Hey everyone, welcome to Day Deal on Display, daydeal.com's own YouTube channel regarding product previews, reviews, and demonstrations. Today we're going to be taking a look at the body glove snap-on case for the HTC Thunderbolt. You are more than welcome to check this case out at its official website at any time, and that's going to be located at www.bodyglovemobile.com. Now, we've done a lot of body glove snap-on case reviews, and pretty much they're all the same, and unfortunately for the HTC Thunderbolt, it's no different. This case is pretty universal, it's pretty consistent, and I guess in some ways that's a good thing if you are a fan of it. Now, I want to mention that this is a really mass-produced case. It's quite a retail-friendly case, meaning that you should be able to readily find it online and, of course, at your local retail stores, for example, a chain store or cell phone accessory shop, as long as they sell cell phone accessories, and, of course, some for the HTC Thunderbolts. Now, the snap-on cover isn't something that's going to wow you. It's going to not be something that's going to blow you off your feet, but because it is readily available and it's widely pretty much one of those cases that anyone can get their hands on, that means that the value that you get out of the cover doesn't necessarily come out of what it can do for you, but actually what you kind of pay for it. I know that kind of sounds like common sense, but we really do mean that. The MSRP asking price for this case is $29.99 US, but believe us when we say you can get it for much cheaper than that, and for those of you who are really lucky, you can probably get it for half price or even lower if there's like a clearance rack and you happen to find this thing laying in there in a pile. So just go and keep that in mind. While other cases out there, you can only get them online or directly from the vendor, this cover should be readily available, and we really want to push that point home. Now, with all that said and done, on the right hand side we are very lucky to have the official display version of the HTC Thunderbolt. We finally have it in our hands. We're going to start doing case reviews for this phone. We know that's not the live phone, so we apologize ahead of time, but we want to remind you that that is the official display model, so any case reviews that we do, including this one for the body glove snap-on cover, will look exactly the same on that as it would the live phone. Into the center is the body glove snap-on case itself. Nothing too complicated, but if you're not familiar with this case, what makes it really unique is this little attachment right here. This is a kickstand and a belt clip fused into one. It's actually universal, meaning that if you have other body glove snap-on cases, you can actually go ahead and interchange the clips, meaning that you can actually use this with any other body glove case that has that little universal nub on it. So it's actually quite cool. So for those of you who had body glove cases in the past, you can always bring over your clips into your newer body glove cases, and you can have a pile of them laying around for whatever purposes you may need them for. I'm not too sure what you're going to do with multiple clips, but hey, I don't know who you are, and you know who I am. We'll just leave it at that. So moving forward, let's go and talk about the case itself. Very straightforward design. It's a snap-on case. Comes in two pieces. A wireframe top right here. Not the thickest, not the biggest, most protective thing in the world, but it does do its job. It does provide a lip on the front of the phone, and it does actually claw on into the case itself, which is a good thing because it doesn't actually scratch up your phone. The bottom half is much more thicker, as you can see right here. And of course it is more robust. It has a nice finish to it. If you haven't seen a body glove snap-on case before, which I'm assuming you have not, it has this nice little foam / rubber-ish material on it. It's really kind of hard to explain unless you actually feel it. There's this nice springiness to it. There's an excellent grip to it. So for whatever reason, if you're the type of person that grips their phone by your fingertips, this is a very welcome surface to have on any case because it actually gives you more control. It feels like you're holding onto your phone rather than you kind of nervously just really having it hang on by your fingertips. Now that little universal nub right there can be removed. This is actually for use with the belt clip only, and with all body glove clips like that. You can actually pop it out at will and use this other attachment right here, which we refer to as the flat back attachment. Just go and put that into place. It locks in. And there you go. So this is useful for the times when you don't need to use the belt clip. You want to put this in your pocket, for example, or your purse, and you want a big belt clip or a nub sticking out. That's why Body Glove included it, and it is very cool. Of course, we do want to show you the belt clip, so we're going to go and pop that back into place. We're just going to go ahead and finish off with this quick 360 tour right now, or at least of the case by itself, with the inside. And you can see the interior is lined with a very thin layer of microfiber / suede-like material that is going to keep your Thunderbolt nice and scratch-free during installation and removal, and it does add a trivial amount of protection as well. It does absorb some shock should your phone fall inside the body glove snap-on case. So let's go and install this onto the display phone right now. Very easy to do so. Just go and place the phone like such. Line up the top piece. and then just snap it in. Nice loud clicky sounds. It makes you know that you did it correctly. I'm going to put that right now to the side. Now let's go and talk about the front screen first. Now unfortunately the Body Glove snap-on case does not include a screen protector, so please keep that in mind. Some people out there may be asking, well, can I go ahead and use a screen protector with the Body Glove snap-on case? And we would say yes, you can. Just make sure that you don't cover up anything that you shouldn't be covering up. So in other words, if you're using a full body screen protector like a Bodyguards or Invisible Shield, which are two popular brand names that come to our mind right now, those cover the sides and the rear of the phone, and that actually adds extra thickness to it, believe it or not, as thin as it may seem, and that may actually interfere with the case fitting on properly. So you do not want to do that. You just want to have something covering the front of it, and that's it. Now the lip isn't that huge, but it is rather thick. So as you can see, the top and the bottom are actually kind of unusual because they're a little bit on the thin side. However, the sides are actually very pronounced. So it's kind of an unusual lip, if we do say so ourselves. This is kind of the first time we've seen this, but I guess results matter, and if you happen to rest your phone on its face like so, it's going to be up and away from the surface, and that's all we really care about. And if you do have a screen protector of your own, we would suggest you use it, put it on the phone, and that way that will deal with anything else that may be happening to touch the screen. Moving on to the top, let's go and check out the openings. One for the audio jack, no surprises there, as well as one for the power button, on the sleep and wake button, or you like to refer to it as. On the side, an opening for your USB port. Moving on to the other, a large opening for the volume up and down rocker, as well as a little courtesy opening to remove the case. That actually doesn't have to do anything with the phone, that's just strictly for the cover. If you need to remove it on the fly, they actually have that little opening for you, so you can insert like a flat wedge shaped tool or object, even like a penny works or a dime, and just go and pop the case off if you're having problems just taking it off manually. So that's kind of cool. Moving on to the bottom, an opening for the microphone, as well as the back, an opening for the built-in kickstand on the phone that actually of course doubles as the cover for the built-in speaker of the phone as well. And of course the opening for the LED flashes as well as the camera lens. And that is it for the Body Glove snap-on cover in a nutshell. But we're not done yet. Let's go and show you the kickstand slash belt clip. So of course some of you out there may be wondering, well, okay, do I really need to use the belt clip kickstand thing? Because I already kind of have a kickstand on my phone. Well, of course, you're not going to create a black hole or something. You're not going to be crossing the particle streams and basically erasing yourself from existence if you decide to use this kickstand instead of this kickstand, because you want to save the wear and tear on the one that's built into the phone whenever possible. It kind of makes sense, right? So it's always useful to have something extra like this, and this actually works out quite well. I'm going to go and show you that real quick. There you go. And you can actually go ahead and do it on the side. But more importantly, if you're not really fond of that kickstand for whatever reason, it is a belt clip at the end of the day. That's the most important thing to know. And it rotates in a 360-degree fashion. So that's all we got to say about the Body Glove snap-on cover. Once again, a readily available case. You should find it at most online stores, most retail stores, or anywhere that sells cell phone accessories, especially ones that have something for the HTC Thunderbolt. We highly suggest that you check out the price of this case and compare it to the next store, because you might actually find it cheaper, and we want you to spend your money wisely. We want you to be happy. Other than that, I guess that's it. Check out it on the official website at www.bodyglovemobile.com. I'm going to flash that one more time for you. There you go, folks. That's the website you should check this out at. And of course, check this out at our own website at www.dadio.com. Show us some love. If this doesn't float your boat for whatever reason, we got some other toys and cases for you there as well. So check them all out. And of course, keep following us on our YouTube channel, Day Deal on Display, for more product previews, reviews, and of course, demonstrations. Thanks as always for watching.